Vujović. I'm from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm elected official in Sarajevo Canton Assembly and House of People Parliament of Federation. And also I'm Generation Democracy member from Europe region. I truly believe that young people are very aware, especially in the Western Balkans, about the regional political situation and the political transition that all of the countries, especially Bosnia and Herzegovina, has been ongoing for the past 20 or 30 years. Young people nowadays have lots of communication tools that they can be used and to gain more knowledge and also more information, especially through the education, but also formal, both formal and informal, but also through the social media. I also must emphasize that young people now are like post-work generation that are used that are definitely oriented to the pro-EU integrations, that they want to be part of the EU community and to have its values, democratic EU values, such as their friends from all around Europe, but also from all around the Western world. At the beginning, I must say that Bosnia and Herzegovina is deeply polarized and divided country and also society. We have three major ethnic groups and two entities. That is all from the past 20 years. They are like all around, all the time in some kind of political conflict. That is definitely connected and related to the now, I must say, foreign policy, especially in the Western Balkans, but also in Bosnia. And they are trying to be balanced between EU and NATO standards and memberships from one side, and on the other side from the different kinds of influence from China, but also from Russia. So I truly believe that deep inside us, we are all born and raised, and I must say, um, oriented to the more to the EU community, European Union integration, but also NATO integration, because it will bring peace, stability, and prosperity of economy to our country and to our citizens. But at the same time, I truly believe that there's like some kind of smaller groups of people that are influenced by the Russia and also by the China, and that young people mostly, but definitely citizens must be very aware about that, and to maybe have more knowledge, and we definitely need to talk more about it. Before we start talking about the Open Balkan, we must know that there is like some kind of different process before that. There is Berlin process. Berlin process is something that we as a Bosnia and Herzegovina, but also with the whole Western Balkans country, non-EU countries, are part since I think 2013. So that must be number one, because before any kinds of economy integration or regional economy integration, we need to have more EU integration through the Berlin process. I think that regional cooperation is definitely good. There is something that is happening for the past 20 years, and that is happening, one must say, all the time, and it is something natural. But in the context of the EU, and especially NATO integration, when it comes to stability, prosperity, and its values of European Union values, that we need to be more oriented to the Berlin process comparing to the Open Balkan or mini Schengen. You can say it both. Nowadays, Bosnia and Herzegovina isn't part of the Open Balkan yet, but I truly believe that political parties and the government right now ruling in Bosnia will definitely be more oriented and more focused on EU integration, NATO integration, and the Berlin process, comparing to the Open Balkan that is definitely happening for just three countries in the region. Well, young people, especially in the context of Bosnia and Herzegovina, they need to have more cooperation between cities, between entities, between different ethnic groups, because even though 30 years after the war, we still have smaller communities from all around the Bosnia that don't have good cooperation and any kinds of collaboration, especially in the context of needs of young people and people in general, citizens in general. So cooperation is the one key from one side. Also, we need to have more that kind of spirit of activism gain into young people. I think the main focus needs to be during the formal education, especially during high school. That is definitely number one. But also, the young people needs to have more like free spirit to say what are their needs. And to use these kinds of institutions, both on local, regional, but even on a state level, to advocate for their needs, because even though we don't have so much young people elected, we don't have so much people imposed to some in government. We do have, but not so much. But definitely, we need to have more cooperation and communication between each other, because even though I'm still young and elected official, I still don't know, because don't know the real needs of young people younger than me, because the world is changing, everything is changing, and we need to listen to each other. Well, Generation Democracy is a huge global network, and I'm really proud to be part of the network for the past 4 years. And what I actually realized, the more especially during the COVID, that during 2020, that young people, no matter where we come from, we have opportunity to work together, even though online during the Zoom meetings and stuff like that. We have same or similar problems, and I think the Generation Democracy has this kind of power to unite young people on a global level, especially through some kind of specific problems, but also to uh, share these kinds of to share these kinds of messages about democracy and what the democracy really is. And there is freedom of the speech. There is also freedom to express yourself. And I think that young people need these kinds of network to share, to stand up for themselves, and at the same time that we can all together stand up for our needs, both on local or global network. And I truly believe that these kinds of things are actually the cooperation between countries, even though on a specific issues, that we can make more progress and more positive changes. Because even though we have changes all around the earth right now, not every change is positive. We need to be more focused on a positive changes, even though on both levels, local, regional, or global, and definitely to be more progressive, to be successful in our ideas.